A very good evening to all the 12th standard students of St. John's. Now in this maths class, we will see problems based on the properties and the results that we studied in the last class. And totally 12 properties we have studied so far. They are called properties of definite integrals. You know very well, definite integral meaning is integration within the limits, called definite integral. Integration without limit is called as indefinite integral. Even for example, if you see this problem, this is the integration within the limit 3 to 4. So this type of integrals can be called as a definite integral. If the limit is not given, if the limits are not given, they can be called as indefinite integrals. Now our aim is to solve problems based on the results that we have studied. It is important before going into these type of problems, it is very important that we know all the results. Without knowing the results, we cannot come near the problem. So before seeing the problems, make sure that you are thorough with all the 12 properties as well as the previous results of integration and also the basic formulas of integration. That is why in each time I am insisting that the formulas and the theory part and the results and properties you should be very thorough with. Then anytime you can go through and understand the problems based on it. If you don't go through the results, the theory part and the properties and formulas, no matter how much of time you are spending in problems will be in vain. Why I am telling all these things? If you have not come across the properties and the basic formulas of integration, please go to that, complete that and come back here. Okay, now we will see problem number 6. Integral 3 to 4 dx by x square minus 4. We need to find the value for this. And the practical meaning for finding this is we are actually finding area of a certain region. This question can be taken in that way. Actually, we are calculating the area of certain region. So here we should know this result that we have studied as a basic formula of integration. That is integral dx by x square minus a square is written as 1 by 2a log x minus a by x plus a plus c. This is the basic integration formula that we have to know, in which limit is given. So integral 3 to 4, this dx by the question x square minus 4, and 4 can be written as 2 square to match with this formula, x square minus a square. So what is a? A is 2, right? So applying this formula, 1 by 2a, a itself is 2, so 2a log x minus a by x plus a, because just see this, a value is 2. So we are substituting in the formula in place of a, 2 we are substituting. And since the limit is given, we need not write this constant c. Keep that in mind. This constant c should come only if there is no limit. If there is a limit, then we will apply the limit. That time we need not write plus c. So 3 to 4 is the limit. This is called a lower limit and this is called upper limit. Now we finish the integration. The integration for this function is this. Now the only thing remaining is we need to apply the limit, that's all, 3 to 4. How to apply the limit? There is a procedure. First we need to apply the upper limit first, then minus lower limit. So always you should remember upper limit minus lower limit. That is the way of applying the limits. So first I have to substitute the upper limit here. So this is 1 by 4 log, upper limit is 4. So wherever x is there, put 4. 4 minus 2, 2. 4 plus 2, 6. So 2 by 6. So this is nothing but upper limit. After writing upper limit, we should put minus sign. Then substitute the lower limit. Now again 1 by 4. Lower limit is 3. So 3 minus 2, 1. 3 plus 2, 5. So 1 by 5. So this is called what? This first term is called upper limit and the second term is called lower limit. Upper limit, lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. That is the method of applying the limits. Now these two terms have 1 by 4 as common. So taking 1 by 4 as common, and the remaining thing is log 2 by 6 minus log 1 by 5. What is log m minus log n? Log m by n. So log m is 2 by 6. Then I should write by 1 by 5, right? 2 by 6 by 1 by 5. That 1 by 5, when it comes to numerator, it becomes 5. So what property we are using? I'll just write in the rough column. Log m minus log n can be written as log m by n. So this is log m minus this is log n. 1 by 4 is taken outside. So log m by n is by 1 by 5, that is taken to other side. So sorry, taken to numerator and written as 5. So now the answer is 1 by 4 log 2 5s are 10, or I can cancel this 2 and 6 becomes 3. So log 5 by 3. So 1 by 4 log 5 by 3 is the answer. Problem number 7. Question number 7. Evaluate, find the value, that is the meaning. So integral minus 1 to plus 1 dx by x square plus 2x plus 5. So in order to find this integration answer, and it is important for you to understand each and every sum separately, because every sum is done in a separate way. So you have to closely observe what type of problem is done in what method. That also the student has to be really, he has to observe it very keenly so that he can understand and do any new problem is given. So you should listen carefully how we are approaching each and every sum in a different way. Now this is the question actually, minus 1 to plus 1 dx by, this is the quadratic equation, and that is simplified using completing square method. You know very well what is meant by completing square method in the 11th standard itself. Even in 12th standard we know completing square method. What is the meaning? X square means x, the symbol just comes like that, plus means plus, minus means minus, and in the take the number alone 2 and take half of 2. Half of 2 is 1 and complete the square. Whatever number we are using, we should square and subtract that number and then plus 5. I'll give one more example here. Suppose if it is x square plus 6x minus 4, if this is the quadratic equation, suppose I want to use completing square method here. The procedure to convert this in completing square method is x square means I have to put x, plus means plus. If it is minus here, I should put minus. 6x, I should not consider x, take the number alone 6. What is half of 6? 3. So put 3, x plus 3, complete the square. Then here what number I have used? 3. Square that, 9. So subtract that number. 3 square is 9, so subtract 9, and then the constant present in the above line, minus 4. So this is what is called completing square method. Once again I repeat, x square means x, half of 6 is 3 whole square, 3 square is 9, so we should subtract 9 and then this number minus 4. In the same way, x square means x plus half of 2 is 1 whole square, squaring 1 we get 1, so subtracting 1 and then this number plus 5. So this method is called what? Completing square method. Now simplifying these two, 5 minus 1, 4, that is written as 2 square. Now I am going to apply the formula. We know that dx by x square plus a square, what is the formula? 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Formula, reading the formula is very important. Integral dx by x square plus a square is written as 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So this is of this format, but in place of x we are having x plus 1. So applying the formula, what will come? A is 2, so 1 by 2 tan inverse. In place of x we are having x plus 1, so x plus 1 by a value is 2. But if in x place we have some other term, what we have to do, we should differentiate this once again. X plus 1 differentiation is 1. So I need not write anything in the division. So no extra term will come, because when we differentiate x plus 1, only 1 comes as the answer. Suppose if 2x is here, then 2 will come, that should be added in the denominator. Hope you are catching what I am telling. In place of x, we are having x plus 1. If that is the case, what we have to do, differentiate this once again. But if you differentiate this, only 1 will come as the answer. So I need not write that 1 in the denominator. Suppose if it is 2x plus 1, then if I differentiate this again, 2 will come. Then I should write into 2. Because in integration, the extra term should be written in the denominator. In differentiation, extra term should be written in multiplication, that is numerator. Okay, fine. Here, so substituting in this formula, we are getting this as the answer. Since the limit is minus 1 to plus 1, so I am writing the limit. What is the procedure of applying the limit? First, upper limit. Now, since 1 by 2 is constant, we can take that outside. So 1 by 2 comes outside in the beginning itself. Now apply the upper limit. So tan inverse of 1 plus 1, 2. 2 by 2 cancels 1. So this is upper limit. This is called upper limit, minus, substitute minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. So 0 by 2 is 0. Tan inverse of 0. This is called lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. What is tan inverse 1? 45 degree. Tan 45 is 1. So tan inverse of 1 is 45 degree, which is written as pi by 4. Tan inverse 0 is 0. So final answer is multiplying these two. Pi by 4 into 1 by 2. Pi by 8 is the final answer. So formula is must. Very important. We should know the formulas. Problem number 8. Evaluate integral 0 to 1 root of 1 minus x by 1 plus x dx. Now integration limit is 0 to 1. In the first step, what we do, inside the root we are taking conjugate. Denominator is 1 plus x. So multiply and divide by 1 minus x. This method is called what? Taking conjugate. So that is the first step. So taking conjugate, we will get this step. And here 1 minus x into 1 minus x is 1 minus x whole square. And the denominator, if you see, a plus b, a minus b. And the formula for a plus b, a minus b, you know very well what it is. The formula is a square minus b square. So a square means 1 square minus x square. So 1 minus x square using this formula. Now if you take the numerator, square and square root will get cancelled. So 1 minus x comes. Only for denominator we will be having square root, right, into dx. Now I am going to split this integral into two parts. One is 1 by root of 1 minus x square into dx. Another one is x by root of 1 minus x square into dx. So splitting this into two integrals. First one is this, second one is this. Dx will come in both the integral, because integration means definitely dx should come. Now this is the first integral, and here what I am doing is multiplying and dividing by 2. Now see, this minus is taken inside. I have taken this minus inside, so outside it becomes plus, and apart from that 2 is included. Multiply and divide by 2. So this step comes by, what is the meaning? Multiply and divide by 2. From here 2, multiply and divide. At the same time minus goes inside, so that I put plus here. So why we are doing this? This is perfect formula. Integral dx by root of 1 minus x square. Integration formula is sine inverse x, and the limit is 0 to 1 plus 1 by 2. Now try to understand this. Suppose if we have integral 2x by x square plus 1 into dx. Suppose inside the root. Suppose we are having this like this. Now what is the differentiation of x square plus 1? Differentiation of x square plus 1 is 2x. If I differentiate this, 0. So differentiation of the denominator is 2x, which is present in the numerator. listen carefully. If I differentiate denominator, the answer comes as 2x, which is present in the numerator. If this is the case, but the denominator should present inside the root. If this is the case, the integration answer is, for this the integration answer is 2 times denominator. Same thing if you see this second integral. If I differentiate the term present inside the root, what will come? 1 becomes 0, minus x square means minus 2x, which is present in the numerator. If I differentiate this, minus 2x will come, so that is present in the numerator, and this denominator is present inside the root. Therefore the integration answer for this is 2 times denominator. So 2 times denominator is root of 1 minus x square. So 0 to 1 is the limit value. Now applying upper limit. Upper limit is 1. So sine inverse 1. This is upper limit and this is lower limit. Sine inverse 0. Here 2 cancels. Now applying the upper limit. 1 minus 1, 0. Root 0 is 0. This is upper limit. So 0 is called upper limit, minus, put 0 here, only root 1 will come. Root 1 is 1. So this is called lower limit. Sine inverse 1. When 1 will come in sine table? 90 degree. So pi by 2. Sine inverse 0 is 0. And here we know plus into minus. So minus 1. So final answer is pi by 2 minus 1 is the answer for this integration. So here only thing that we should know is this concept. When we differentiate this, the answer should come in the numerator. At the same time, this should present in square root. If that is the case, the answer for such integration is 2 times denominator. That is what is used here. Next problem. Question number 9. Evaluate integral 0 to pi by 2 root of cos theta sine cube theta d theta. As we do each and every problem in a unique way, it is important for you to closely observe each and every sum. That is why it has been advised that you should have more writing practice for this chapter. Okay, now see, in this sum we are going to approach in a new method. The term which is present inside the root, I am going to take that as t. So put t is equal to cos theta. Now differentiating this with respect to theta, so that t becomes dt by d theta. Differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta. Taking this to cross multiplying this, you will get this. Now what I am trying to do is, this integration is in terms of theta, that I am going to convert in terms of t. So integration variable is going to get changed. From theta we are changing everything in terms of t. That is why we are putting the substitution t is equal to cos theta and finding out this. Now this 0 to pi by 2 is nothing but limit of this theta. 0 to pi by 2 is nothing but limit of theta. What we are doing? We are converting everything in terms of t. So limit should also be converted into t. What is the limit of theta? 0 to pi by 2. So limit of theta is 0 to pi by 2. We want to find what is the limit of t. Using this relation we can find. If I put this as star, so this table we are writing by star. How means? Put theta equal to 0, cos 0, 1. Put theta is equal to pi by 2, cos 90, answer 0. So the limit of t is 1 to 0. So now this first equation, that is the question, is changed to integral. This limit 0 to pi by 2 is now changed to 1 to 0. This we have taken as t, so root t. Sine cube theta is present. See this calculation. Sine cube theta is written as sine square into sine. Sine square is written as 1 minus cos square. And we have taken cos theta as t. So this becomes 1 minus t square into sine theta. Right? So sine cube theta is written as 1 minus t square into sine theta. So that is what is written here. 1 minus t square into sine theta. No, sine theta d theta. What is sine theta d theta? Minus dt. So minus dt is written. So in this first equation, this has become root t. This has become sine square t, that is called as 1 minus t square. Another sine sine theta d theta is written as minus dt. Now taking this minus outside and writing the remaining thing. Root t means t power half into 1 minus t square into dt. In the next step, now I am going to interchange the limits now, 0 to 1, so that this minus will go. So because of this minus, we are interchanging the limits and writing 0 to 1, at the same time multiplying this and this. So t power 1 by 2 into 1, t power 1 by 2, t power 1 by 2 into t square, t power 5 by 2 dt. What is integration formula for x power n dx? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1, right? T power half, n is 1 by 2, so t power 1 by 2 plus 1, t power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. If you integrate this, t power 7 by 2 by 7 by 2, using this formula. Applying the limit, first apply the upper limit, 1. 1 power 3 by 2 is 1, so 1 by 3 by 2, upside down 2 by 3, minus, applying 1, 1 power 7 by 2, 1, 1 by 7 by 2, 2 by 7, so this is called upper limit, minus, if I put 0 in place of t, everything will become 0, 0 in place of t, fully 0, so lower limit is totally 0. So simplifying this, the LCM is 21, you know how to simplify, so the answer is 88 by 21 is the answer. So this is another different way of approaching the problem. So write all these things and practice. We will pass on for problem number 10. Question number 10. Evaluate integral 0 to 1, 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square whole square into dx. Now observe carefully, this is the question. Now this 1 is written as 2 minus 1. 1 can be written as 2 minus 1, yes or no? 1 and 2 minus 1 are equal, both are 1 only. So this 1 is written as 2 minus 1, other thing and all same. Now I am going to split this integration into two parts. One is 2 by this, that is what is written here, 2 by this into dx. Another one is minus 1 minus x square by this into dx. So that from these two, minus is taken outside, so 1 plus x square by this into dx. So this is splitted into two parts. Out of this, here 1 gets cancelled, right? 1 plus x square, this is 1 plus x square whole square, so 1 and 1 will go off. Now I will take this alone. For doing this integration, I am using the substitution called x is equal to tan theta. So in place of this x, I am going to put tan theta, differentiating this with respect to theta. So x becomes dx by d theta, tan becomes secant square theta, cross multiplying, you will be getting this. Now what we are trying to do, this integration is in terms of x, we are converting that in terms of theta. X is converted into theta, so limit also should be converted from x to theta. What is the limit of x? 0 to 1. So I am writing limit of x is 0 to 1. We want to find limit of theta. From this star, we can find this limit, because put x equal to 0, tan theta equal to 0, therefore theta equal to 0. Put x is equal to 1. If I put 1, tan 45 will give 1. So theta value is 45 degree, which is pi by 4. So this is x limit, this is theta limit. So this equation is now not this equation. So this alone I am going to take 0 to 1, 2 by this alone will change to 0 to 1 is limit of x. What is limit of theta? 0 to pi by 4. So 0 to pi by 4 to 1 plus x is tan theta. So x square is tan square theta the whole square. What is dx? Secant square theta. Dx is nothing but secant square theta d theta. Try to understand. Now 2 constant taken outside, secant square theta d theta, and the formula for 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. Trigonometric formula, 1 plus tan square means secant square, and this whole square is present. So this and 1 will get cancelled. So only no terms in the numerator except d theta only is present, and denominator secant square theta is present. When it comes to numerator, it becomes cos square theta, right? So this comes to the numerator and becomes cos square theta d theta. Now again 2 times 0 to pi by 4. Cos square theta trigonometric formula is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 into d theta. 0 to pi by 4. 2 gets cancelled. Balance is this. So now I am going to integrate. What is, just bring this theta d theta inside. Integral d theta, answer is theta. Integral cos 2 theta d theta formula is sin 2 theta by 2 and the limit is 0 to pi by 4. Applying the upper limit, in place of theta put pi by 4. If you put pi by 4 here, it becomes pi by 2 because 2 is present in the front. 2 into 45, 90. Sin 90 is 1, so 1 by 2. This is called upper limit. Minus, if I put 0 in place of theta, 0 here, so everything becomes 0. Lower limit becomes fully 0. So now pi by 4 plus 1 by 2, this first equation. Now we found out answer for this, but the question is totally this. So first equation gives the answer for the first one is pi by 4 plus 1 by 2 minus, and this integration now we are writing 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. So first two terms are here. Formula for this is, integration formula for this is tan inverse x, limit is 0 to 1. So write these two terms as it is. Apply the limit now. Upper limit tan inverse 1, 45 degree, pi by 4, minus lower limit tan inverse 0, 0. So upper limit minus lower limit. When you bring this minus inside, these two stays. This becomes minus pi by 4. So this and this gets cancelled and the final answer is 1 by 2. Try to understand. If not, please see the video once again. Formulas are the basic thing. If you know the formula, sum will be easy. Next problem. Sum number 11. Evaluate integral minus 5 to plus 5 x cos e power x minus 1 by e power x plus 1 into dx. Now I am going to take this function as f of x and I am calculating what is f of minus x. So in place of x put minus, e power minus, again in this place x put minus. Minus x cos e power minus x is written as 1 by e power x. Similarly this also is written as 1 by e power x. Taking LCM, cross multiplying, this comes. Similarly cross multiplying, this comes. Here e power x and e power x will get cancelled. So remaining I have written minus x cos. Now I am interchanging these two because I know very well cos of minus theta and cos theta both are equal. So since cos is present, I can take, even if it is minus, there is nothing, no change in their final result because cos of minus theta and cos theta are equal. So I can interchange these two terms. E power x minus will come, but there is no effect. So I can interchange. Now if you see what is f of x, x cos this, but only minus sign is present before. So f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, which means f is an odd function and the limit we know a result called integral minus a to plus a, see minus 5 to plus 5, f of x dx equal to 0 if this is an odd function. Here f is an odd function, therefore integral minus a to plus a f of x dx, the answer is 0. Why 0 comes? Because of f is an odd function. Again this is the result that we have studied before. Problem number 12. Evaluate integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 sine square x dx. So we will start the answer like this. And the given function is sine square x, that is taken as f of x. Here also we are calculating f of minus x. So put minus x in place of x. Since square is present, 2 minus will come out and becomes plus. So only sine square x will come. So f of minus x is nothing but f of x. F of minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore f is an even function. Even function means this minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 can be written as 2 times 0 to pi by 4 because of even function result. 2 times 0 to pi by 4, this one. Sine square x trigonometric formula is 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So writing the trigonometric formula here. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. The remaining is this. So now take dx inside. This integration can be taken as 2. Dx 1 into dx and integral dx is x. Cos 2x dx minus sign is written here. Cos 2x dx, answer is sin 2x by 2. Integration formulas I am talking about. Integral dx, answer is x. Integral cos 2x dx sin 2x by 2. Limit is 0 to pi by 4. Applying the upper limit first. In place of x put pi by 4. So pi by 4 minus, pi by 4 means 45 degree. 2 into 45 degree 90 degree. Sin 91. So 1 by 2. So this is called upper limit. Minus, apply lower limit. 0. Sin 0 is also 0. So fully becomes 0. Called lower limit. So the answer itself is, just take the LCM. LCM is 4. So 2 pi minus 1 by, sorry, LCM is 4. Here 4 is present. So pi minus, here only what? For LCM only 2 comes, right? Pi minus 2 by 4 is the answer. So all the problems are slightly different from each other. So it is very, very important that you first learn the formulas thoroughly, then go through the problems, and also you should write the problems 1 or 2 times so that you can understand the difference between each and every sum. Thank you, children.